Greetings, one and all. Love them knives. We've got the LTK Result in the studio. This is a prototype. The manufacture, the production models are done. They're done. Okay, they're all boxed up. They're ready to. By the time I release this, they're probably headed to the USA. So that means they're 2 to 3 weeks from being in the hands of White Mountain Knives, which is the exclusive retailer. White Mountain Knives is the exclusive retailer. And he put a listing long ago on this, but it comes in the green or the maroon G10, and there's a story behind that. There's a story behind everything once you get this far into doing a knife. But, and then here's your stats: 8 inches, 3.5-inch blade, 20 CV. Of course, it's titanium. It's a button lock, etc. And yeah, and who's the designer? What? You didn't put me down as a designer. But manufactured in China by We Knives. Okay, we're not hiding that information. The weight, I'm not gonna tell you. Oh yeah, I will. Okay, so hold on. Let me get my poor old scale out here. About 4.5, about 4.5 ounces, 126 grams. So yeah, fidgety, but can you finger flick? Oh, yeah. As opposed to the Vandal, where we had probably 2/3 of them wouldn't finger flick because the detent was so strong. And I think a couple of guys figured out how to lighten up the detent and finger flick. And then others were just that way out of the box. But this one, yeah, they should all be this way, okay? And the button here, a little bit beyond the scale, but even if you push it far enough to be flush, I don't think it actually releases yet. Now it's got to go in, and there it goes. So you got to be fairly intentional with that. There's jimping on the flipper tab, thank God. There's jimping on the top of the blade. Kind of a working stonewash thing. This should be a carry user working knife, really. This is definitely not a glamour queen because also it's going to be flip the clip, titanium clip, and they had to bend, and so then they destroyed some in doing so, right? So you'll get the one with the successful clip. But it's kind of funny when you start bending titanium to make this kind of a clip instead of a machined clip. Yeah, then you can have issues, and you want the right bend, so you've got, so it'll work properly. And it sits right down on the G10, which means you're not going to your titanium all up. Okay, you'll just screw up your G10. There you go. But yeah, I mean, it feels good in hand, ergos wise, reverse grip wise. Um, and there's the balance point on it. It's got a bit of a palm swell in here. It's rounded at the back. It's a pretty simple design. There's nothing really that complicated about it. Couple of things on here that, had I started all over, and I got so deep into it and then found out that we hadn't communicated well. And so we ended up with number 6 on the body screws. And there's one for the pocket clip, which most pocket clips are a number 6. So it's basically a single body screw that I would have preferred to have as a number 8, and it wasn't. So there you go. I mean, time to beat myself up over that, but I need to get over it and go forward. But these will be nice. Let me show you some pictures. All I did is flip over a Kaiser box for this, okay? But they will be in a black box. And first of all, White Mountain Knives, of course, they're the people. And at first, if you had noticed, because you had signed up with notify me. And we have about 300 people who have hit the notify me button on there. That's as many knives as we're going to have. We're going to have 150 in that color, the maroon color, and then we're going to have 150 in the green. Now, these are actual pictures of the actual final production, okay, that I got from We Knives. They're just not here yet, but they're all boxed up, ready to go. And so LTK will be here, okay, on the pivot, will be machined in. That's the way I wanted it, okay? We got into a thing where they printed them, and I go, no, 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 no. And they go, we got to remake them then. And it's going to cost you. So it's going to cost you to do that. It's going to cost you more to do this, to do that. And I backed up and restarted several times. So the price, we at first had advertised these at 220. I'm sorry, we had to change it. We just with and then, the shipping, the insurance, and all the other costs that got added onto this just really brought. Now you can use 10% discount code, okay? So you're going to get about a $25 discount, okay? Right? So that will, and there's no tax and no shipping, okay? So like some, you pay 10% tax on a lot of these knife sites. So there's another 20 something dollars you're escaping by doing this with White Mountain Knives and the 10% discount code. So this, I think, still very affordable, okay, on that. But this is the picture of the knives. This is the picture of the backside, okay? All right? No big deal. The front side, closed. The pouch, LTK knives. So if you're a fan of the channel and stuff, this might be a fun knife to get, just to say, and God only knows I could be a one and done, folks. So this might be it. This might be my swan song and my moment of triumph all rolled into one. And so it'll be a box. There'll be a box. See a box? Like this. And it'll say LTK on the front. It's not going to be overly fancy, but here's like the pouch. It'll come in a nice pouch. I wanted, see, and that was an extra charge. I wanted every knife to have additional hardware. So, I mean, you got to state all that. And packaging, it was like, do I get packaging? No, you get a little white box. What? So I wanted packaging with logo, with pouch, with extra hardware, with, oh, that costs more money, more money, more money. So it's a learning experience. If you've never done this, then don't laugh. If you've done this before and you actually got it right, go ahead and laugh, laugh, laugh. Have your fun. But this is my prototype that I've been dragging around for the last, since last October? Yeah, since last October. Where's the first prototype? Oh, crap. I don't even know where it is now. It's off in a drawer somewhere. Hold on. We could be getting lucky. Jeez. Hey, let's drop something on top of it. So this is the original. See, and I'm just, when I saw that insert, I just go, yeah, I'm just not feeling that. I wanted it bigger and come around here. And then I wanted fat carbon. I wanted that. And they just have not done fat carbon. If you noticed, you have not seen We Knives do a lot of fat carbon. In fact, I haven't seen fat carbon per se. Okay. Other types of carbon fiber, yes, but not. So they were going, if you do these inserts that way, you're going to end up with maybe a lot of chippiness. It could be a lot of failure rate. It's going to be expensive, that kind of thing. So, see, I wanted the inlay on the front and the back equally. And so I just wasn't. And some guys said, well, just do, to hell with inlays, just do solid titanium all the way. I wanted something with a little bit more interest. So, I mean, and you know what? If we're going to try and keep this at a reasonable price, then then let's do G10. It wears well. It gives you good tactile response, and we've got micro milling here all across here, so you can feel that as well. You see what I'm saying? Deep carry pocket clip, but you can flip it, so that's good. So right and left-handed. And actually, my left-handed buddies, they're like, yeah, I can function with a button lock like that. I mean, I can do that, and I'm not left-handed, but I can still do it, right? So yes, they can do that. Even, I mean, if you are righty like this, if you had the button on this side, you can do that. There are some that do have that. There's one or two models out there that are for right-handed that do have the button on that side. But see, you can do that. So it's really pretty ambidextrous because it's a flipper tab and it's the fuller on either side. So it's the same. So we're in good shape that way. And then, of course, this blade, 20 CV, nothing. I mean, it's not a satin grind, but this is not supposed to be, a show queen. And really, the problem with satin is, the fingerprints and stuff. And I print them up really bad. I do like satin, but I print it up really bad usually. And so this is good. This is not going to show it. And so even this kind of stonewashy looking titanium's not going to show fingerprints and stuff as badly either. So this should be a good little carry. And yeah, it's like 3.5 inch and 8 inches overall. So it's big enough. See what I'm saying? 3.55. Let's see, cutting 3.25. Okay. And eight, almost 8 1/8 overall length at 20.5 centimeters, right? And so, just in case you want to go down memory lane, I think I did a brief one on this. 13.1, so it's 0.51. It's pretty standard thickness. And what's this? 0.12, 3 millimeter blade stock. Okay, so Luvthemknives makes a pretty good knife. Of course, this prototype is not 20 CV. This prototype is actually 8 CR. Okay, but that was just for ease of grinding and to try and keep the cost down on the prototype. You know what I'm saying? So it's fine. But this will be available soon. If you want to get one of these, then go to White Mountain Knives and click that box that says notify me when they're available. Okay. Email address, notify me. And then when they're available, as soon as they're posted on their site, you'll get an email and there they'll be. And so 150 like this, 150 in the green. I like them both. I think I'm going to buy one from me. Yeah. So let's take this dog apart for about the 20th time. Okay. No, I probably had it apart 4 or 5 times, I guess. Because I wanted to look some things over, but this stuff, I mean, like these parts here. Well, let me get the screws out, and then we'll check them for. Hold on. Yeah, there's nothing magnetic here. Nothing. Okay. And then this pivot screw. Oh, we got you. We got you. Well, I mean, that was a discussion as well because hey, how durable do you want it to be? And it's like, yeah, maybe we ought to go to steel on some of the pass-throughs and hardware and stuff. Okay, so now, see, I'm done with number 8s, but I only got one body screw, so we can do this, right? We can do this. Okay, hold on. And that is a number 6, and that's a number 6. Okay, push and turn. Oh, and there's this. And you know what? This single screw for this pocket clip It's the exact same size too. Hold on, come on out of there, buddy. If it will, come on. You can just fall out. Yeah, there we go. So these are the exact, yeah, they're the same size. So at least you're not going to mess that up, right? So all the screws in this thing on the body are all the exact same damn screw, okay? And if you want, I don't know if well, I guess I can pull this out if I want. I don't know that I need to, but I guess we'll just kind of completely, pop it apart. All people, there you go. We got them all done. Okay. Now, there's our little lanyard pin back in here. Of course, you see where that goes. And then these should be magnetic, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Now, here's the thing. You go, well, I wonder if I can pop them inserts out and then go to a knife modder and have some fat carbon ones made or whatever. I don't think so. I think I'm seeing adhesive in there. Don't you think? I kind of pushed my tool in there and pushed a little bit and I didn't see anything moving. I think that's solid. So you'd actually have to completely defeat the adhesive. But then again, you don't want these things popping out. So, okay. Oh, so there's my backspacer. Is my backspacer going to come off? It's not going to come off because that pocket clip's so crazy. Okay, hold on. Come on. Come on. Okay. So we got the pocket clip, but the pocket clip has got this, okay, this pass through. Oh, it wants to hold on, doesn't it? Okay. Let's look at the rest of this while we're here. Okay, we got ceramic bearings. Nothing to brag about, but then again, I've never seen, I mean, multi-row and stuff, yeah, but not on something like this. This is kind of too small. Okay, push the button just to make sure that I've got clearance to roll this blade out, okay? And then I can push the pivot back through or just pull the blade and the button through. Here's the button. Oh, where's the spring? There's the spring. Okay. So, yeah, getting dirty. And then push this back and let's dump the other. Okay, we got the other bearing out. And then here's a washer. You can see that you have a captured pivot here. You got to cut away. And on the original prototype, no, they didn't have a captured pivot. So I did say, okay, I don't care if we got to just kill the whole project and start all over. We got to have a captured pivot on here. So we do. We did that. That's why we had to completely remake a whole new prototype, regardless. So, but here's this, and then if you're putting it back together, which you might want to do someday, there's the button. Okay, so you got the button, and the button will not push through. Some buttons will push all the way through, but this has got a little collar on it, of course. This is the way Knives does them, and I like the way they do them in that regard. And then these are your standoffs. There's your stop, and I wonder if the stop and this are the exact same diameter. Now I think this one's a little heavier actually than this one. Yeah, okay. So of course the little lanyard pin not as heavy, but here's the stop. Okay. And then we've got bearings. This is how you do it. And you know what? When you put it back together, this is what I do when you got a button lock. Okay. You want to push this pivot down because you want to slide your blade in this little slot where that button is, right? You want to be right in between the collars. And then once you're between the collars, then you give the pivot a holler and bring it up like that, okay? Now, let that button go down a little bit. There you go. Okay, now we can put the other bearing on here, and we can put, oh, there's the washer on this side. Okay, we'll just leave it alone. And then there's our backspacer. There's our little lanyard pin. And so let's put these standoffs, and I think these standoffs are the same. Let me look at them. We got the measuring equipment. Let's measure these standoffs. Okay. 7.5 millimeters, and I bet they'll be the same thickness. 3.7. Okay. Okay, we're getting tricky. 6.2 millimeters. Okay. So there is one that's taller than the other. Now the same width. And then the lanyard is 2.3 millimeters, but the actual stop, let's rotate the blade around away from it to where we can measure it. 2.8, 2.7 millimeters on the stop, and 2.3 on the lanyard pin. Okay, so it is slightly thicker. We're good, and we got everything set here. We need our stop right there, and then we're going to put the spring. Then I want to lay this down. So I'm going to set this down right on top of that, and this. Then I got to get this in too. Okay, just a little. Are we there? I think we're there. Not all the way. Okay, now we got it. Okay, now we got it. Didn't push the pocket clip down far enough. Okay, now, are we pushed up? Okay, we're pushed up there. Then we can do this. I don't want to get that too tight. Let's leave that relatively loose until I get all the rest of these screws put in here. This, yeah, I ground off, or a buddy of mine ground off the tip of this to refresh the tip, and now it barely reaches through that pocket clip and gets into that number 6. So I gotta push a little bit to make good contact. Yeah, I need a fresh number 6. I should have used one. Oh well. Okay. Yeah. And we're good there. Okay, so we're centered. Are we centered up? Oh, we haven't got this screwed down yet. Oh yeah. We got a ways to go. Okay. Now, nah, not bad. And yeah, we're centered. Okay. We have any funky funk? Nope. It's good. All right. So it's fidget friendly, and hopefully you'll like it too. Not going to be all that many out there hanging around. So if you're interested, make sure you sign up for notifications on White Mountain Knives and the LTK Rezult. Actually, I'm so glad they're not putting the LTK right there, that they're putting it on the pivot like that. That'll be okay. I think we're in good stead there. And there she is. You'll be getting a notification, and I will also post on my YouTube channel and my Facebook, Instagram, the moment that they post up on White Mountain Knives, so that everybody will know that they're available, and hopefully they sell. I got another project in mind, so hopefully we can go forward, progress, and do some different things. Take care, my friends. Thank you so much. We do love them knives. So you guys stay sharp.